My name is Seth and I graduated from Indiana University with a major in secondary education with a focus in English. I really have no preference on what grade I'd like to teach. I would just like to teach high school level language arts. My beliefs as a teacher are very simple. I believe that every student has potential that I want to bring out in the classroom. Each student has a certain uniqueness and creativity that I believe gives them a certain level of individuality. I crave for this individuality in my classroom. I believe that every student has a voice. And through this voice, I want to take all my students' voices and create something special that my students will receive nowhere else. In order to do this, I believe that I can use technology as a prime way to get out my students' creativity. There's a popular architectural phenomenon going on called universal design. I would like to take this phenomenon and bring it to the classroom. That means that I will create projects using technology that can span to all of my students and will work in such a way that they can make it their own. They can make it individualized to themselves so that they can learn the best way that they see fit. And then using these results that I receive from my students, I want to create something so much bigger that I believe would not be possible without technology. Technology, I think, can be used to enhance student learning, such as using Skype video calls with people all around the world, in classrooms around the world, that they would not be able to do otherwise. I believe that technology can be used to help out students who have difficulties or disabilities, to put them on the same level as their peers so that they can receive the same educational successes that they receive. And I believe that technology, when used effective, will give students something to create, to be proud of, so that when they move on to their next step of their life, whatever that may be, they'll be proud of the accomplishments that they have made. In short, I believe that technology can be used to bring out the best of my students. Now I'd like to share with you a few of the projects that I created using technology, using skills that I have learned that I can then pass on to my students in order to get out their creativity. I hope you enjoy. The first project that I would like to share with you is a website that I created from a case analysis project that I did in class. What this case analysis project is a scenario is given to you where a teacher wants to teach a certain subject matter and integrate technology into his classroom. And in response to that, we're to come up with a bunch of resources and then from those resources create projects in order to showcase to the teacher what we can do. And this is what I have chosen. It's a website all about poetry. As we can see, we can get started, and we first have access to a cultures page where I give students interactive assignments on certain cultural aspects of poetry. Genres page to kind of break down the certain different genres of poetry, including quizzes, in order to help for understanding, and of course also pop culture references that I believe my students will thoroughly enjoy and will give them a access to information through a medium which they like to learn using. And poetry in the world, I believe it's important to connect everything that we learn to the world all around us, and so I have included a page all about that. And then I have an assignment for my students in order to kind of synthesize all the information that they have learned from this project. The next project that I would like to share with you is a web quest that I created all about Shakespeare, specifically Hamlet. This web quest seeks to help students learn about tone, mood, irony through the lens of Shakespeare's work. In order for my students to learn this, I have presented with them with several tasks that I've broken into 4 different phases, and each phase has a project that each student is to create in order to gain a true understanding of those key phrases within Shakespeare's Hamlet. On the process page, I have broken down each phase into specific instructions to help out my students, including with links that I have posted and in order to provide my students with more information so that they can create the best product. And I also have a link to Windows Movie Maker, Audacity. So these are free tools that my students can have access to in order to create a truly unique and individualized product. And at the end result, conclusion, congratulations. I want to put this little spin onto this project in order to, I guess, put it in a medium that I believe my students would understand and that they would respond positively to. I had a lot of fun making this web quest, and I believe my students will have a lot of fun completing this web quest. The last project that I would like to share with you is something that I am very proud of. It is a ebook that I made using iBooks Author with the assistance of Bookry, which contains a lot of interactive widgets for ebooks. This specific ebook is about Dante's Inferno, a book that I believe every high school language arts program has their students read at least once during their high school career. I know I did, and I thought it'd be very helpful to create a guide through this very murky and dense text. And so on this guide, I have split it up into chapters, and on each chapter I have interactive widgets, if you will, that either have videos or maybe locate this on using Google Maps. I have little reviews, even draw little sketch pads for students to create their own work. I have a lot of information packed onto this ebook, and I believe that through these widgets that I have created, they give the student a new level of immersion that a normal book would not give them. Once again, I'm very proud of this project. I believe it will be able to help out students not only in my classroom, but around the United States, as I can post this ebook to the App Store so that I can have access to, so that students all around the United States can have access to my work. So this concludes the projects that I believe best showcase my work and the level of creativity that I have put into my projects. I believe that these will help me teach my students how to incorporate this own creativity in their projects, and I hope you enjoyed looking at some of my work. Thank you.